We are live. What is going on, everyone? Thank you all so much for taking the time to spend with little old me after this game. Sure, it was rough. Sure, it was hard. Anybody that's watching this on the replay, thank you so much. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, everyone. You guys are all awesome. Lakers took the night off. What else is what else is there to say, right? I mean, it is what it is. Russ not playing tonight was surprising. That was a little bit of a shocker. You'd think that they would have played at least Russ tonight and kind of gave him some run, gave him some burn. But, maybe they're looking at it as like, hey, why risk? We're probably, even if we just ran Russ, probably not winning this game regardless. Why run the risk of him getting hurt? And then it's just like LeBron and a bunch of role guys. So I'm not completely against it. I don't completely mind it, but would have been nice, to get this win. But I mean, look, anytime they have a back-to-back, you should expect them to sit LeBron, AD at the least. So I don't think the LeBron sitting was a shock to anybody. I don't. It's just the AD sitting was just like, or Russell Westbrook sitting was like, really, like out of everything, like that's the move you made. But it is what it is. Would it have been nice to get this win? Sure. But, last thing you want is LeBron getting hurt or Russ or something like that, right? Wish LeBron and Westbrook played. Can't believe how easily Lakers gave up on this game because it's just not worth it. You know what I mean? Like, this is a game that even if LeBron and Westbrook played, you still might have lost. So why run the risk? You got a much easier schedule coming up. You're down AD. You might as well just, you never want to punt a game, especially when you're, behind, the 500 mark rather in front of the 500 mark. But still, I don't think it's the biggest deal in the world personally. We haven't heard anything from anyone yet. Could it be that Shams just reported that because of the attention it would get? He honestly doesn't look like someone who's going through something severe. Is AD actually out for a month for someone who's pretty? So the report we got that night, the night that Anthony Davis got hurt, said it wasn't severe. And I even said on a live stream that, like, I just think it's precaution. He probably got like a bone bruise or something in his foot, which hurts. And, instead of rushing him back, and running the risk of him missing like the entire season, they're sitting him out for a month because that's usually how long it takes to heal. Too bad this was a needed win. Hope we win the next one. Yeah, like I said, it's tough. It is. It's one of those things. Like, got to take the bad with the good. Dwight Howard is better than Thomas Bryant. No, he is not. Did you see Dwight Howard last year? Dwight Howard was terrible. He's flat-footed. His foot speed is just terrible. He looks great in Taiwan because he's playing against a bunch of 5'5" guys and gets to take 20 shots a game. He was horrible last year. You're talking about a guy in Frank Vogel who loves to play big men. I mean, was obsessed with playing Roy Hibbert even way past the time that he should have, and refused to play Dwight Howard because he was so bad. Like, that tells you. I mean, he went with Carmelo at the 5 rather than Dwight Howard because Dwight Howard was so bad. This game looked and felt like a preseason game. Kind of was. Kind of was. With Minnesota's interest in Bev, do you think we could pull a deal with them? No. Because, I mean, one, there's nothing that we would want, and two, there's nothing that they would want. Because the problem is like, all of the, like, would we like D'Lo or something? Sure. But he's making too much money to where even if you took Patrick Beverley and Kendrick Nunn, you wouldn't be able to get D'Lo. And they're not going to trade like McDaniels or anything like that to get him. So no, Bev wants to go to Minnesota because whatever team trades for him is probably going to buy him out. So he probably gets traded to let's just say Detroit. He gets traded to Detroit. Detroit buys him out, and then he goes and signs with Minnesota. Boogie Cousins is better than Thomas Bryant. No, he's not. Yeah, Boogie is not better than Thomas Bryant. Thomas Bryant's been fine. He has proven that he deserves a spot. He deserves a solid rotation. Thomas Bryant's been fine. He is more than adequate for what we need. We just need a solid big man that can come in, weather the storm for a couple minutes a night. Obviously, when LeBron or when AD's out, that kind of sucks. But we don't need some 5-star big man. DeMarcus Cousins, he can't play more than 10, 15 minutes a game. 2, he has no foot speed. And 3, he has an attitude problem, which is a big thing. But I will say, though, Dennis Schroeder, he had a nice night tonight. Hopefully this can be like a momentum game where he can like kind of use this as a way to like rebuild. Or not rebuild, but build confidence and continue to thrive. Because he had, 30 tonight, something like that? Free Young Thug. I would do Bev and a first for Kuz and Gafford right now. Get Kuz bird rights. If they would. Bev doing the too small to CP3 while the Lakers down 24. We need to get rid of Bev. It's that simple. It really is. It's that simple. Horrible bench, losing by 26. I mean, yeah, our entire bench was we didn't have anybody off the bench. Like 2 guys that are coming off the bench right now didn't even play. Now your 2 best guys off the bench right now didn't even play. And then all of your bench guys had to come and play. So you literally you didn't have a bench this game. Lakers is the NBA team with the Lakers are the NBA team with the fewest back-to-backs. I don't know why they think they can take days off with this terrible record, because it's more important to rest. When you have a 38-year-old star, it's more important. Lakers missed their chance to trade AD. The dude is never going to be consistently healthy. The best ability is availability. Problem is you're never going to get what are you going to get? Like, what are you going to trade for? Right? Like, this is a big thing. Like, so many people want like AD to get traded. And it's like, what are you going to do? Like, you're going to trade him for another star? Well, what star? There's no stars right now that we know of that wants out. You're going to trade him for a rebuilding package? What team even has a rebuilding package that makes sense for the Lakers? And like, again, like, look, AD's out. It sucks. It happens. But all-star, like, when was the last time a star played 82 games? It just doesn't happen. Like, we're just not in that league. Like, everyone misses a month out of the season. I mean, Giannis misses time. Luka misses time. Booker was out tonight. You know what I mean? Like, it's I get the best ability is availability, but like, it's just we're not in the age where everybody is doing it. It sucks that we got off to such a bad start. If we didn't get off to such a bad start, it'd be easier to sort of take this in, right? But it's like, man, we're so far behind. Now we don't have AD. All of those things. It's like, I understand the panic, but like, it's a long season. We got to have calmed expectations, right? Like, as long as we get into the playoffs healthy, we'll be fine. That's all that matters. At the end of the day, that's all that matters. And I don't understand why so many people want to trade AD. The thing is like, if the Lakers make it to the playoffs and let's say we win the championship, like, is everyone still going to want to trade AD? No. Everyone's going to be like, oh man, I'm so glad we didn't trade AD. I'm so glad. Like, what is the goal in trading AD? Is it to get another star? Then you might as well keep AD. Like, what star are you going to get? And then it's like, if you're going to do a rebuild package, what rebuild package? Houston isn't going to give you young guys. OKC isn't going to. What, you trading Anthony Davis for what? Miles Turner? Like, you trading Anthony Davis for, who? Ayton? What, you trading him to the Warriors for Kuminga, Wiseman, and Moody? Like, what? Like, what are you trading him for? It doesn't make any sense. No matter how you slice it, no matter how you look at it, it just makes no sense. What's going on? How you doing, Buck Kicker? Appreciate you being here. The Lakers are the NBA team with the fewest back-to-backs. I already had that one. Trade AD for what? Exactly. That's my point. Like, what are you trading AD for? Our bench was our starters. That's the point. Yeah. Yes. No bench tonight. It was rough. We need that next trade. We're not giving a first up. We can hold in case anyone becomes available that's worth it. I mean, if the Knicks will give up a first, sure. We need a trade, period. Kings and Hornets are next. We better win those games. Agreed. Ooh, no, hang on, let me turn that off. There we go. The Lakers is the NBA team. Oh, L mentality. Not an L mentality. It's just like we're on a back-to-back. You got LeBron James. Everyone just wants healthy in the playoffs. This is why depth is important. Agree. Good news is nearly everyone we needed to lose lost. That's true. That's very true. Keen's not a definite win. That's true too. You never know. Never say never. Come on, Hornets. I know, right? We need the Hornets to root from. We should load manage LeBron and AD for the rest of the season, give the team Russ, and see what he does. I don't know about that, but like I said, it's one game. Like, why? I'll never understand why people lose their minds over one game. I'll never comprehend it. Hope Bulls blow it up soon, so maybe we can get DeMarvu and Caruso in a trade. I mean, I'd be solid. I wouldn't mind it. I'm a little concerned with like fit, but I wouldn't mind it. Wouldn't be bad. The Kings and the Hornets are next. Yeah, we better win those games. It's too late to trade AD now. Anyways, got to ride this out. Exactly. Agreed. Maybe the Knicks trade for AD. They've been wanting a star for years, and they got picks that they got young. But again, like what young back? All their picks are terrible picks. They don't have any good like value picks. And if you trade AD, they're probably really good, so their picks are not going to be value picks. So again, like what you get RJ Barrett and like Grimes, and then like 7 firsts, like okay, like RJ Barrett and Grimes and like quickly, like again, like do you really want those guys as like your building blocks, as like the pieces that you're building for the future to try to build a contender? It makes no sense. Thank you for saying that. I just subscribed. Well, thank you, Seth. Welcome aboard. And follow Seth's suit. I would appreciate you subscribing to the channel. We're trying to get to 7K. Or I'm trying to get to 7K here on the channel. So we're almost there. Slowly climbing. I'd like to get there before the end of the year. So hit that subscribe button. I'd greatly appreciate it. And welcome aboard. Welcome aboard. The Lakers actually played better in the second half tonight. First 2 quarters killed them. They couldn't make any stops at all. Yeah. I mean, what do you expect? It's one of those things. Like you got like I said, they basically took the night off. No. What else? Bring Kuz back if the price is right. Price is right. I wouldn't mind it at all. Portland have a very good package, good young players, possible future stars. But why? Like, what? Like, do they want to do that? Like, again, what are you going to get? You're going to get Simons and who? Because they're not going to want to trade Grant. Because they're going to want Grant AD. And so, like, you're getting Nurk, you're getting Simons, you're getting who? Like, you know, they don't really have picks. Like, Keen's down right now. Hopefully they lose too. We need it. We don't. Those terrible Bull defense players, our defense is bad enough. Yeah. That's my biggest concern, to just be fit. It will be ironic if the Pelicans win the chip and they get Wembanyama from our pick. We won't be that bad. We're too far behind to like be that bad. They won't get Victor Wembanyama. We might not even be able to jump enough to get Victor Wembanyama, but they definitely could get a high pick. They definitely could get a good pick based on what I was looking. Lakers really need to win the next 3 games. Mavs, Wolves, Warriors, Jazz all almost have the same amount of losses. Lakers not that far behind. Exactly. That's my point. Exactly. That's what I've reiterated time and time again. Like, we are not that far behind. We're still only like 3 games out of like 6th place or 5th place. Like, we're not that far behind. Even with this loss, we're still like 3 games out of 5th place. Like, you know, like it's not like we're just light years away from it. Like everyone in the West is like in the same area. So it's really not that bad. Defense. Coach Ham is a second coach, not an all NBA ready coach. Just my opinion. I see how chess gaming with the team bench players. I mean, you only have so much to work with. I mean, even the Suns announcers, like if you watch the game tonight, even the Suns announcers were commending Darvin Ham in the situation he's in. Like they were like, I don't think there's another coach that like everyone that knows and has been a part of this, like they've all said Darvin Ham is great. Like he's fine. Like he like Are there things that like irritate me, like him starting Patrick Beverley every game? Sure. But like every time they run a play, it's great. He's gotten everyone to buy in and play defense and buy into roles that like others wouldn't otherwise. He has like no real talent outside of LeBron and Anthony Davis. Like, like what do you want him to do? Like prime Phil Jackson probably couldn't get this team to be a contender right now. Like, it's a talent issue. If Portland pulls a pack with 2 young stars and a first round, this would be something to look at for maybe. Not for Anthony. You can make an argument Anthony Davis is playing like the best player in the planet. Like, he should get the highest return ever. If Kevin Durant is supposed to be yielding the highest return in NBA history, Anthony Davis is playing better than him. That means Anthony Davis should yield the highest return in NBA history. Like Simons and, Sharp, like, why would you want that for Anthony Davis? Anthony Davis. Like, people want to just trade AD for a bag of peanuts, and I don't understand it. I don't get it. Like, every star is hurt. Name me a star that's played 82 games the last, couple seasons. Name me a star. I mean, Giannis has missed months. Middleton, Booker, Luka, Trey, name it. KD, Kyrie, Chris Paul, Paul George, Kawhi Leonard, Murray, Joker. Like guys miss games. It's part of basketball. And just because he's missing a game doesn't mean like we should just blow it up. The dude's been fine. The dude's played like the best player on the planet. And we've gone on a run since then, and we've looked good, and we've looked like one of the better teams. And it's just so flip-floppy. When we look dominant and we win and we beat the Milwaukee Bucks, everyone's like, oh, we're the best. We're going to win the championship. Anthony Davis is the greatest player ever. LeBron James, prime LeBron James. Oh, you can't see me. We're the Lakers. Let's go, baby. Woo, 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 woo. And then Anthony Davis gets hurt and is going to miss a couple weeks, and everyone's like, blow it up. Lakers suck. Anthony Davis. It makes no sense to me. Patience. Be patient. It's a long season. We're not 20 games out of the playoffs. Like, a lot can happen. Maybe a trade could happen tomorrow. Like, who knows? Like, what? I don't understand, like, the extremes one way or another. I say it all the time. Take the highs with the highs, take the lows with the lows. Calm expectations, right? Like, we don't know what's going to happen. Like, everyone, like, it blows my mind how, like, one extreme or the other, like, the fandom is. Everyone's either just like, we're the best team in the world, or blow it up. It's time to start over. I just don't get it, and I'll never understand it. Lakers are not going to be in the lottery. They are going to be in the postseason. Agreed. Why haven't the Lakers get anybody yet? Like, why keep waiting? Walker L team for real. I tried to tell everybody in the beginning of the Lakers season. I've been over and I'm ready to watch study basketball. They'll be fine. And you can't force trades. Like, it takes 2 teams to make a trade. Like the Lakers, they could want to make a trade all they want. But, if a team does, like, why there's like teams have no reason to rush right now. Teams have no reason to try to like go hurry up and make a trade for the Lakers. And right now with Anthony Davis, the price for everything's gone up. Because if you're another team, like, if you wanted 2 firsts for for whatever, well, now it's like, or 1 first, well, now it's 2 firsts. Like, it's just like, because teams know the Lakers are desperate. Like, you just lost AD. So it's just, now's not the time to do trades. Why sign Mo, Harkless, and Matt Ryan's spot? For defense, if they were to do it. I just missed my spot. And there we go. We're back. 9-5 over the last 14 games. We get to 22-22 with 38 to play and 80 likely back. Exactly. We'll be fine. It's still a long season. I will move New Orleans if they have Zion and Vic. I'd rather keep our cap space than make a trade. I mean, it depends on the trade. Like, I wouldn't mind keeping our cap space either. It just, if you can find the right trade, do the right trade. Well, he hasn't been good actually managing games. Great at leading, but very below average managing games so far. Like I said, I think like he hasn't been perfect, but I think a lot of it is also just talent, lack of talent. Now that AD is injured, Lakers are not in a rush for a trade because if they do and it doesn't change anything, they wasted their future assets. I mean, you could look at it that way. It also just depends on, like I said, like what's out there right now and what teams are willing to trade and give up and things like that. Lakers making a move this week. I wouldn't mind it. I wouldn't mind it. Outside of LeBron, AD, and Russ, this team is worse than my 12th grade high school team. Yeah, seriously. Why you keep saying 82 games when he ain't played 82 games, 60? He haven't played that. I'm saying that's what I'm saying. I'm saying everyone expects him to play 82 games. And when was the last time somebody's done that? You know, um, appreciate this channel. So many channels that overreact to everything the Lakers do and always trash AD and LeBron. Yeah, I mean, it's just again one extreme or the other. Look, there's nothing wrong with criticism. Like I don't mind criticism. Like I've criticized LeBron when LeBron has a bad game. You know, I've criticized Russ. I've criticized AD. Criticized everybody. There's nothing wrong with criticism, but it's the extremes is just the thing I don't understand. It's just like it doesn't make sense to me. I don't get it. Like, you know, there's criticism and then there's just like overreactions. Lakers need to let the fans now say, I mean, no, that the Lakers not making a trade. I don't think that they don't plan on making a trade though. They're just like you can't force a trade. You know, like you can't like it has to be both teams. Like we know Rob Pelinka's looking. We know Rob Pelinka's doing his due diligence. Like we know he's actively trying. It's just, you know, everything takes time. Everything's a process. First off, thank you so much, G-Man. I appreciate the $5 super chat. Thank you so much. I meant, why not sign Mo Harkless at least to a 10-day contract? He's 6'9" and plays good defense. I don't understand why Rob isn't doing it. Oh, okay, that makes more sense. Look, I would love for them to sign even Hassan Whiteside. Like, go get Whiteside, give him like Exhibit 10 or like a non-guaranteed. Mo Harkless could be another option, something like that, and just see. I don't think it hurts. That I don't really understand. I don't know why they haven't done that. Like, because personally, I would at least, try that. But it's I'm not Rob Pelinka. I mean, I'm sure he has his reasons. Hopefully, maybe they've worked these guys out and it just hasn't worked. I don't know. I don't know what the answer. We know that the Lakers worked out Mo Harkless. Maybe his tryout was just that bad. Maybe it was just that rough. That could be a possibility. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, it'd be nice if they did something, right? Anything, do anything. But again, thank you so much, G-Man. I appreciate it. Where were we? I don't understand the scoring. Looks solid from us. At least the box score does. I didn't watch the game, but what the heck happened? They're just more talented than us. And it was a bad start. Like we played better in the second half than we did the first half. The first half was really rough. And then we kind of just like kicked it in gear. But I mean, you can make an argument the Suns may have taken a step back too. Last 3 seasons, AD's been injury prone. So is everyone else. Dude, the year after the bubble, almost every star on every team that made the playoffs, all were injured. Jamal Murray got hurt. Paul George, Kawhi Leonard got hurt. Joker was hurt and hobbled in on one leg. Like, if you look at all the teams that made it in the bubble, all of them, because it was such a quick turnaround. And then, after that, AD was great. And then we get to the playoffs and then he gets hurt. But LeBron was hurt that year. I mean, again, it was just, it happens. Injuries happen. It's a part of the game. Again, name me a player. Like, everyone's always freaks out over AD. Like, what else do you want? Like, what are we going to do? Like, what trade? What is the answer? Because I see a lot of people that say, like, we should do this, but they don't, like, what? For what? Like, what is the reason and logic behind it? Like, it's easy to say Lakers should trade AD. Okay, but for what? It's easy to say that the Lakers, should, AD's injury prone. Okay, well, what's the alternative? Like, AD is who he is. LeBron, he misses games. Again, Kevin Durant, Paul George, Kawhi Leonard, Jamal Murray, Joker, Giannis, Luka, Devin Booker. Tell me a player. Again, it's just I don't understand. I understand that it's the Lakers and we're all Laker fans and stuff like that, but it's one of those things like what is the alternative? What's the option? Trade arguably the best player on the planet right now? For what? For who? To do what? To rebuild? You're not going to get any value for LeBron if you try to trade him. What contender is going to blow it up to trade for a 39-year-old LeBron James next season? What young team is going to want to trade for LeBron James next season? What are your alternatives? You're stuck. You have no choice. Worst case scenario, we got a championship out of it. You're not going to win every year. Dude did the John Cena can't see me. Yeah. At Tyler, Phoenix hit every three they took. They did. They were on fire. There was a stretch where they hit like five. Or who was it? Hit like 4 in a row or 3 in a row or something. Who was it? It was Wainwright. Was it Wainwright? He hit 2 in a row. That's what it was. Yeah, he just was back. I was like, man, cool down. Let's see. LeBron has played 55, 67, 45, 56 since being a Laker. Exactly. See? It's not just AD. It's everybody. I'm not one to blame coaches for players not executing. Yeah. I just – look, he hasn't been perfect, but I don't think he's been that bad. I think it's a lack of talent. He can only control what he can control. I agree with you. AD is one of the best players on the planet, but next year will be his last guarantee year with the Lakers. He can very well leave alongside LeBron. I mean, it's very possible. I mean, and if that's his plan, if he wants to leave, then sure, take a look at trying to trade him. But that's something that we can approach in the offseason. That's not something to approach right now. That's not something to try to work out right now. Let's live in the now. Let's worry about the offseason in the offseason. What happens if we pull off some crazy trade and, we're AD comes back and we're a contender and we make it to the Western Finals and it's okay, we're a piece or two away, or what happens if we win the chip? Who knows? I mean, maybe we don't even make the playoffs. I don't know. But my thing is let's live in the current climate. If Lakers wanted to win, why are they making load management? OKC won tonight. They closed to overtaking standings again. Should have been a good chance for Lakers. Booker up. Even if LeBron played, there's still a chance you probably lose against the Suns with no AD. And why run the risk of him getting hurt? Let him rest. He's 38 years old playing on a back-to-back. The dude's been trying to kill himself the last handful of games to keep us competitive. Let him rest, and we'll be good. It's just fact. The Lakers have been a lot of winnable games, and we are under 500 in those games. He has been great with the guys through with creating teams' attitude. Yeah, establishing culture. He's a good culture guy. We wait till the trade deadline. At that point, keep the picks, in my opinion. I mean, yeah, like I said, look. Rob has already shown he's willing to trade the first. I mean, he offered a first for Bojan Bogdanovic. So he's shown that he's willing to trade the first. He just again, we have one shot. So he's just trying to find the right deal at the right package, and other teams have to be willing to trade also. The Lakers have to see it as AD will be injured every year and trade his ass, and I hate to say that. But you can't make trades based on injury. So then Giannis should be traded every year, every time he gets injured. Luka's missed, a handful of games. So trade him. You can't, it's an overreaction. Guys get hurt, guys get injured, guys miss games. We're no longer in the era of teams playing 82 games. We just don't. We're not in that era anymore. KD has 4 guaranteed years on his contract. That's why his value is high. AD is more injury prone as well. AD's played more games in the last since KD's injury to now. Anthony Davis has played more games than Kevin Durant. A couple stars and some picks and an injury prone superstar. So you could say the same thing about Kevin Durant. Anthony Davis played more, like from the bubble year on. He's played more than Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving, Paul George, Kawhi Leonard, Jamal Murray. I mean, the list goes on. There's like you can look it up. I believe I posted the list on this channel of all because back in the preseason, people were talking about how like AD's injury prone and all this stuff, and I was like, here's your proof that you're wrong. Like I'm telling you, look it up. LeBron played 82 games in 2018 for the Cavs. He might be the last superstar that has done it. That's what I'm saying. Like, and he's Mr. he's Mr. Reliable, and he did that on principle. He did it just to say, and that was 5 years ago. Like Lakers can't keep doing the same stuff every year. Change has to happen. I mean, they shouldn't have traded for Russ, but it is done. Giannis, I'm not saying Giannis is injury prone. I'm just saying like he gets injured. He's missed games every year. Like guys miss games. Like it happens. Giannis, last year Giannis missed like 3 weeks. We definitely need a 10-day contract for someone. It's non-guaranteed. I think so too. I really do. I think we need a player or two. It's too late to trade AD now. We'd be selling low. Exactly. You're not going to get fair value from. The difference is he gets injured every year. Those other guys don't. Who doesn't? Who? What? Again, name me a play. Like everyone's talking about how all these other guys play all these games. And I keep saying, name me a player. Name me a player that's played all 82 games. One person has mentioned one, and that was LeBron James in 2018. Name me a player that's played 82 games that hasn't missed, guys will play 60 games or whatever. That's great. Yeah, sure. Or they'll play 70 games or whatever, stuff like that. Like, cool. That's great. But guys miss games. That's my point. Like, guys miss games. What goes into an NBA season? Guys miss games. Wainwright was the one I was trying to think of. If you take all the pros and we have this 80 is injury prone superstar with 2023 guaranteed years, so we can keep him losing games and start a soft rebuild with some stars in it. But who are the young stars and assets? Like again, who is it? Like it's easy to say do this. It's another thing to actually like what is it? Like put a plan out for me. Nobody getting injured like AD. Name a guy that gets injured. I've named 20 of them. Literally, go look it up. Anthony Davis has played more games than Paul George, Kawhi Leonard, Jamal Murray, like Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving. Again, go look it up. Go look it up. I keep telling you, I keep naming guys, and nobody's been able to name anything else. Look it up. Look it up. Yeah, exactly. Thank you, Brandon. That was an easy question. I think, yes, exactly. God. And at least we won a championship. Like, seriously. No, he's been bad managing games. Sorry, I like Coach Ham a lot. But let's be honest, losing nearly every start to the first quarter, losing nearly every third quarter, blowing up. The third quarter thing drives me crazy. I do agree with you. Look, like I said, he hasn't been perfect by any means, by any stretch of the imagination. On the season, Ham gets a B for me. Give him a complete roster, and we'll critique him. Yeah, that's kind of my thing. I think it's a big lack of talent. I think the lack of talent doesn't hurt either. And Clippers suck because of Kawhi being injured. Yeah, and the Clippers have arguably the deepest team in the entire league. Like, it happens. And the more they keep holding on to AD and LeBron, they're going to consistently keep losing. Bench LeBron's ass. I don't know about all that, but for what? For who? Again, who? Balling in clutch moments. Last 5 game, Ham has not been good, guys. It doesn't mean he won't improve, but for me, managing games is a D-. Okay, that's fair. You got too many excuses. Again, prove me wrong. It's not excuses when it's facts. Like facts over feelings. You can say it's excuses all you want, but prove me wrong. Tell me one false statement that I've said. Tell me. Everyone has all these things to say. Nobody has anything to say. That's because KD tore his Achilles. He was back by the year prior. I'm talking about since that. Since that, he took the year off and then he came back, and Anthony Davis played more games than him. You can't seriously sit here and defend AD, who's been injured every year his whole career, bro. Stop. Again, tell me it's not defending when I'm telling you facts. Like you guys could agree, could say whatever you want, but it doesn't. The facts are the facts. Facts over feelings. I say it all the time. AD misses huge amounts of games every year. When the last 2 years, how many games has he missed this year? Okay. Last year he'd missed quite a bit of games. The year before that he missed quite a bit. The year before that he missed what, 9? Like he played 71 games, something like that. 70 games off the top of my head. Like since he's came to the Lakers, he hasn't been that injury prone. Like again, he's played more games than half the stars in the league. Let's see. Mikal Bridges, Kevon Looney. But again, not stars. I'm talking about, I said stars, like stars, guys that have heavy workloads, stuff like yes. I mean, there's like bench guys that have played 82 games. There's like, role players that have played 82 games. I'm talking about stars in this league. There's not very many stars in this league that have played 82 games, if any. Like, I like Brandon Ingram, but he's always in and out. Yeah, it's another guy. Bradley Beal as well. Again, yeah. There's tons of them. Everyone's 80, but he's been great for us and act like he chooses to be injury prone. It's just unfortunate. Exactly. It's just, like I said, it's just the extremes that drive me crazy. Like 2 weeks ago, everyone was talking about how Anthony Davis is the best player in the world. We were in these live streams. A lot of the same people that are saying to trade AD were talking about how AD is the best player on the planet, and we're a contender, and we just beat the Bucks. And look, we can compete with anybody. We're this team. We're the greatest. We're this. We're that. And now they're all trade AD. Oh, it's been 2 games. Trade AD. Like, what's with the one extreme or the other? It blows my mind. Like, can't we just wait and see how it unfolds? Like, let's get to the end of the year. AD misses 50 games. We don't make the playoffs. Then talk the way you're talking. But who knows what's I'm not a fortune teller, but there's a lot of people that act like they know the future. Like they definitively know the answers. Like, you're just going to do this. We're just going to do that. And it doesn't make any sense to me. It doesn't. US trade AD and what, like, you can't get anyone good for AD. I'm saying who is my point. Nobody's giving me who. Everyone keeps talking about, let's do this, let's do that, let's do this, let's do that. Whoops. Oh, no. Oh, I lost my spot. Damn it. Anna. I can't. I don't know where I was at. Here's this. And he's kind of injury prone too. AD been injury prone every year since 2020 bubble, which has been this is the 3rd season, and he's missed 4 games. Lakers trade, maybe, you never know. Hopefully sooner or later. Of course, Russ should be starting games, but that's not why I'm rating him management. Oh, okay. Are y'all dumb? AD misses games, but every star missed games, and the fact is AD played more games than most stars. Exactly. KD better than AD, and that's facts. Lakers wish they had someone like KD. I don't know. Anthony Davis so far this year has been fantastic. The chances of Jeannie and Rob and Kurt and Linda all agreeing, 0 unless it's Dame. Yeah. Steph doesn't miss any. Didn't Steph miss like 40 games 2 seasons ago? You had to say the season saved the brand. I mean, the brand will always be fine. No, I'm with you, bro. Most stars miss games is part of it. Exactly. We go by the now. Load management hitting NFL and all of it of they made. Yeah. It's not about AD getting injured. That's stressful. It's the way he gets injured. You hit him in the leg, he splits the ball, and he's down crying like city. No, and I get it. It is stressful. It's stressful every time you watch AD hit the floor, and it's like you're freaking out, panicky. It is. It is like PTSD and all that stuff. It is. It's very frustrating. But it's still, it's just, look, what are your other options? Is my point. Like, again, you could say we should do this, we should do that, all that stuff, but for what? And you're not doing anything this year anyway, so you might as well wait. Let's see what else. What is that? Oh, I'm giving it to me. All right, I'm gonna have to go here. Oh, yeah, I'm gonna have to go here in a few minutes. All right, let's power through a couple more questions, and then I'm gonna skate on out of here because I gotta go, and I also want to get video up. Better than he has at least a 500 record and winnable games. Yes. Do you believe AD will be back in a month? I mean, I give or take. I mean, I don't see why not. I don't think they're gonna rush him back. If he's hurt, or if he comes back, then he comes back. Here's a stat. AD played 41 games in 2020, 2021. KD played 47 games, including playoffs. 2021 AD played 40 games. KD played 55 games. I don't know where you got that stat, but it's wrong. I'm telling you, look up the last 3 seasons. It's all together. That's 2 seasons. I'll try to find it and post it again. If you take this season and the last 2 seasons, KD played more games. That's what I'm saying. This season and the last 2 seasons. Well, this season's still not over. For one, last 2 seasons maybe, because AD was injury prone last years. But like I said, the last 3 years since the bubble year, he's played more games than all those guys. I'll make another point. As someone said, AD's injury are unfortunate. T-Mac was on injury prone player, but I don't recall him being trash for it. Yeah, I mean nobody talks about Kawhi or Paul George or any of those guys. Kawhi has missed more games than AD the past 2 years, and yet he doesn't get the same credit. It's because it's the Lakers. People always want to talk about the Lakers. Nobody cares about the Clippers. Lakers don't have a sack. Oh no, what did I do? Hang on, time out. Oh no, I already got that one. Yeah, like I said again, I said the last 3 seasons. That's the last 2 years, and you can't count this year because this year's just started. And Kevin Durant even missed a game this year? Let's see. Lakers had the whole offseason, and you mean to tell me none of them worked on their shots or free throws? Lakers have actually had a pretty good free throw shooting season. It's crazy how they're not telling us about his injury. Last week, like based on the thing we got, it's not it's not severe. It was what the original, like when the original report came out, it said it's not severe. But no, he hasn't, dude. I checked on Wikipedia. Don't use Wikipedia. You know, I could go and edit Wikipedia, right? Go look at like legit NBA stats. Don't look up Wikipedia. Like anybody can make up Wikipedia. Anybody can edit Wikipedia. Go check up like legit stats. Like I said, I'll find the stats and I'll try to post it again. I probably won't be able to do it tonight, but I'll try to do it tomorrow. Just remind me. Like I said, the last 3 seasons, AD has played more games than Kevin Durant. I'm trying to do this in with them. Come on. Sorry, I'm trying to multitask here for a second. I'm going to have to get out of here in a second. Oh, damn it. All right, I'll check it later. Let me get these last few questions right here, and then I'm gonna get out of here. Keep Russ so we can have 47 million in cap. Keep Russ so we can have 47 million in cap space. Kick good pieces. We won't have 47 million. Well, like right now, we'd have like 32 million in cap space, something like that, because you still have like cap reserves, cap holds. You're still gonna have draft picks, things like that. Base jump defense whole career. And Coach Ham is doing the same thing Coach Vogel did, and it did not result in more wins. Yeah, exactly. All right, I got to the end of the chat. I'm going to skate on out of here, everyone. Got to do a few things, and I want to get a video up and all that stuff. But look, end of the day, I appreciate all of you so very much. Did Russ not lose the game against Portland with shot selection? Yeah. Why didn't Russ play? Suppose we had back issues. So yeah. But yeah, that's 3 years. Take out the COVID year. Katie has been healthier since then. You can't see. But that's what I'm saying. You're saying, oh, it lasts 3 years, and then you say take out the COVID. Like, I don't understand what you're talking about. Like, you keep saying you're saying the last 3 years, one of the seasons Katie tore his Achilles. He's played the last 3 years, right? And you can't say take out the COVID year because that was the bubble year. Anthony Davis only missed. So we're creating circumstances. Like I said, he hasn't played. He's played more games over the last 3 years. He's been with the Nets, 4 seasons, because he got his renewal, right? So he had the 1 year that he set off. Then we had the following year. Then we had the last 2 years, which would be 3 years, right? And Anthony Davis, that 1 year was the bubble year. And again, you can't say, oh, take out the COVID year. Like, what? I didn't say the last year or the last 2 years or whatever. Like I said, I told you what the stat was, and you're telling me I was wrong, but you're just saying, oh no, if you take out this, like, again, it doesn't make any sense. SM, look, I appreciate you, but you're looking up stats and then you're saying, oh, but if you remove this, like, yeah, I don't understand what you're saying. Like, again, you can't say, oh, if you remove this, like if I give you a stat, you can't say, oh, well, if you take this part out, then you're wrong. Well, yeah, if Anthony Davis didn't get hurt in the Suns game, then, like he would have played more. I don't understand it. I gave a stat. You said I was wrong, and then you just changed it. I don't get it. But anyway, nonetheless, my point is however you feel. Look, SM, I appreciate you. You're awesome, as always. But I got to get out of here because there's a few things I want to do, and I need to get done. I need to take care of. But you guys are awesome. My only thing is let's not like have one extreme or the other, right? Like, let's not have these major extremes. He said, since the bubble initially watched the replay. Yes, I said the bubble. That's 3 years ago. I'm not counting this season because this season hasn't finished. I'm saying the last 3 seasons. You had the bubble year. You had the year after that, and then you had the following year. That's 3 seasons, right? Right? Lakers won. Then you had the Bucks win. And then you had the Warriors win, right? This season is this season. What if Kevin Durant goes down tomorrow and he misses the rest of the season? How can we judge this season when this season isn't over? I know what I said. You don't need to go watch the replay. I said the last 3 seasons, the bubble year, and since the bubble year, he has played more games. Bubble year, season 1 or season 2, season 3. This would be season 4. There you go. Hope it clarified. But anyway, again, appreciate you guys. And let's not have one extreme or the other. That's my only point. Look, you're going to have injuries, going to have things. We got to write it out. Whatever happens, happens. Got to stick through it. But anyway, again, as always, you guys are awesome. I appreciate you. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you all.